welcome back. Today I am here with my February book haul. Yeah, it's very exciting. I have a lot of really fun books to show you guys today. Per usual, it's not a small book haul. This is going to be a fairly sizable book haul with books from lots of different categories, different genres, some from publishers, some I bought myself, some from friends, some giveaway prizes, kind of a good mix. Let's go ahead and get into this. I'm excited to share with you guys what I got. So first up, let's talk about some of the books that were sent to me from Harlequin. I work with them quite a bit on Instagram promotions and also do some reviews of some of their books. They surprisingly do more than just adult romance. I am getting into adult romance and enjoy that part of the genre, but they also do other things like women's fiction and romantic suspense, and so they send me kind of a variety of stuff. And this month in particular, I got quite a number of books, and I think it's probably because it was February. It's Valentine's Day. They were doing some big promotions of romantic books, unsurprisingly, so let me show you all the things I picked up, one of which I've already read, and I'm really excited to get to the rest of these. Okay, so the one that I've already read that will be showing up in my February wrap-up is Stroke of Luck by B.J. Daniels. I loved this book. It really surprised me. It is romantic suspense set on a ranch, and it's a mix of romance with kind of like a cozy murder mystery type thing. I was really into it. I didn't know that this was a genre. This is not something I've really read in before, but I could get into this, and I liked B.J. Daniels' writing. I thought this was really fun, so thank you for sending this to me. Another book that was part of their sort of Valentine's Day package promotion was Flare Up Boston Fire by Shannon Stacy. This one is part of a series about men who are firemen, of course. I guess that's probably like a thing. This one is a second chance romance, I think about a couple that had had some problems in a relationship previously and I think might be revisiting the relationship. That's what I get from this, so I'll be picking this up sometime soon. I'll let you guys know what I think. Then I have The Object of Your Affections by Falguni Kothari. I am actually really excited to pick this one up. Number one, it's got diverse representation. The author's family is from India, and this one is about two best friends who are also mothers dealing with different things in their lives. So it's about friendship, it's about love, it's about motherhood, and it sounds right up my alley. So I definitely want to pick that one up soon. I also have an arc of a book that is coming out February 26th, so this is a book that I plan on reading this month, so probably this will also show up in my February wrap-up. This is Low Country Hero by Lee Tobin McLean. This one is about a single mom with 5-year-old twins who meets a man who used to be in the military, finding new love after experiencing loss. This is not an author I've read from before, so let's see. A lot of romance from them this month, more than usual. Like, I usually have a couple books from Harlequin, but this month it was like a lot. One that I'm very excited to pick up in the next couple of months is an arc of a book that's coming out April 9th from an author that I'm discovering I really enjoy quite a lot. This is One Summer in Paris by Sarah Morgan. So lately, Sarah Morgan has been writing a lot of these great stories that will follow like multiple generations of women in a family and deal with love and family dynamics and trauma, and I've read a couple books by her recently that I've really enjoyed. I actually read a book by her this month that I just finished it that I loved, so I'm excited to get to this one. From what I gather, One Summer in Paris is really a story about love and friendship. It's about a friendship between two women that forms when one of them is just kind of wanting to go on adventures but doesn't really know what she's doing, and the other woman is going through a difficult and unexpected divorce. So I'm excited to read this one. I suspect that this will be similar to the other things that I've read by her. I just really like the way that she draws characters. They're really relatable and well written, and she does multi-generations pretty well, so I'm looking forward to this one. And then I have one other book that Harlequin sent me this month, and it's kind of in the same vein, another one that I'm excited to get to. This is called California Girls by Susan Mallory, and again, it's about sisterhood and friendship. This is about three sisters who are all dealing with different things in their lives. I've really been liking this sort of book lately. It's not the kind of thing I used to pick up that much, but I just really enjoy these. So I'm looking forward to picking this one up, and actually, in this case, they sent me 2 copies, which is very exciting. So I am going to pretty soon be doing a giveaway on my Instagram for the second copy of this. So if you guys are interested, go check that out. If the giveaway should still be live by the time this video goes up. I'll make sure that that happens. So if you guys are interested, go follow me over on Instagram if you want to win a copy for yourself. I actually have a few romance books that I picked up for myself this month. The first one that I want to show you guys, I'm planning on reading in March with a couple of friends. I think Mara from Books Like Whoa and Amanda from The Naughty Librarian are going to pick this up with me. And this is a book that I bought on the recommendation of Shayla over at Shay Geeks Out. She thought that this would be right up my alley. As some of you guys might know, I've been kind of diving into adult romance and figuring out what I do and don't like. And based on my preferences, Shay thought that this would be a great fit for me. So I'm excited to pick it up. This is called Highlander Ever After by Paula Quinn. It is a Scottish historical romance, and I think this one involves a marriage of convenience, which I really enjoy. It's part of why I also liked The Duchess Deal by Tessa Dare, where there's sort of this marriage of convenience that's not supposed to be romantic, and then romantic feelings develop, so this is that sort of book. I'm really excited to read this, and like I said, this will be showing up on my March TBR as a buddy read, so look out for that soon. Thank you for the recommendation, Shay. And the next book I'm going to show you are books that I got with a Amazon gift card that was part of the prize package for the In December giveaway that I won. I also have some more books by indie authors that were part of that I'm going to share with you in a minute, but I bought this with the gift card, and I also bought Magic Bleeds by Alona Andrews. This is book 3 in the Kate Daniels series. This year I want to get into the series. I've read book 1, and I'm hoping to pick up the next few books this year. I own a couple of scattered later ones that I found really cheap, but I don't own a lot of the early ones. So I have books 1 and 2, and now I own book 3. So that will be on my TBR this year. And since we're talking about indie summer, let me go ahead and show you the other indie books that I got. Again, I know I mentioned this in my last book haul because a few of the prizes had come in from that, but if you aren't familiar with In December, it was a really cool readathon hosted by Megan Tennant. She's an indie author and an author tuber, so I will link her channel down below if you guys want to go and check her out. She's just wonderful. I really like her content. But the In December challenge was something where there was a bingo board, and you could get a bingo by reading and leaving Amazon reviews for indie authors that fell into different categories, and if you got a bingo, you were eligible to get entered into the giveaway. And so I did that, and I won a whole bunch of books and a gift card, which was very exciting. So some more of the books that were part of that prize pack came in this month, so I'm going to share them with you guys. There are 4 of them from 3 different authors. So first, I have 2 books by Bree Farmer. There's Stars Like Fate and Warrior Protect. Also, I'm like completely set for indie books for the rest of the year. Like, you guys know my challenge for myself was to read at least 1 indie book a month. I have so many after having read this giveaway, so I am set. But yeah, which is exciting. I like supporting indie authors where I can. Stars Like Fate looks like it involves princesses and secrets and political intrigue, and I don't know exactly. The cover's pretty cool, so I will have to check that out at some point. And then the other one is called Warrior Protect. And you know, I said I like a marriage of convenience trope. This looks like a fantasy romance with a political marriage of convenience trope. So I'm actually really excited to pick this one up. It definitely sounds like the kind of thing I would be into. So yeah, thank you to Bree. Next book that I won is called Reciprocity by Sean M. Locke. Also, pretty cool cover. I think this one is like a sci-fi fantasy blend. Let's see. Oh, interesting. So this is kind of interesting. It actually sounds like it might be a sort of a sci-fi take on Romeo and Juliet, maybe. I mean, I don't know if it ends tragically, but it feels a little bit similar, but with a female-female romance. So one of them is from a crime family, kind of mafia, and then one of them's a noblewoman, something like that. That's what I'm getting for it from this. So it sounds really interesting, so I'm looking forward to checking that one out as well. And then finally, I have When Smoke Rains Down, a Kingdom Come novel by Cecilia Earle. This is the Legend of Shady Creek trilogy. This is actually book 2, but she also sent me a code to download the ebook of book 1, so I appreciate that. And so this is some sort of a, I guess, urban fantasy where angels are real. I think it might have a religious bent to it. I'm not really sure, but yeah, it sounds really interesting. So I'll check that out. Thank you to Cecilia Earle. There you go. Those are the 4 indie books. I think that's everything that's coming. If something else comes in the mail, like I think I have everything. I don't know, but who knows? You could see more in another book haul, but so far I've gotten a lot of books from this, which has been pretty amazing. So thank you so much to Megan and to all of the indie authors. So this month for Valentine's Day, there were a couple of bookstagrammers that set up this really cool thing where it was a sort of a secret Santa type exchange for Bookstagram Galentine's Day, where you signed up and you were assigned a secret person where you send them a package with books by female authors and maybe some goodies. And so yeah, it was really, really cool. I signed up for it and sent off some things, and my secret Galentine's person sent me 2 books, both of which look really fun and are not things that I have read before. The first one is called The Rosie Project by Graham Simonson, and I think there was actually, someone was telling me there was like a movie or a TV show or something that was based on this, and it's like a rom-com. It sounds really cute and really fun, and it has some like nerdy science elements to it, which I'm always a fan of, so I'm really excited to have that one. And then the other book she sent me is called Save the Date by Jen Dahl, The Occasional Mortifications of a Serial Wedding Guest. I mean, that says it all right there. Again, it's another romantic comedy. She really enjoyed both of these. I think both of them sound really, really fun. So thank you so much for sending those to me. I will link her down below. I think her Instagram name is The Bookish Redhead. I forget what her name is, but I will link her down below if you guys want to go check her out. This month I was sent one book from my friends over at Bird Publicity. They sometimes send me books to consider for review, which I really appreciate, and this month they sent me a book by an author that I reviewed something from previously and enjoyed. This is called The View from Alameda Island by Robin Carr. This one goes on sale April 30th. It is an ARC copy. Robin Carr writes adult romance that's kind of on the sweeter side. I don't know, I'm curious to see how I feel about this one. It's about a woman who is getting a divorce from a controlling husband and then finding love again. I'm always a little bit iffy on divorce tropes depending on how they're handled, so I'm not sure how she's going to deal with that, but I did really enjoy the book that I read from her previously, so I will give this a try. Next, I'm going to share with you guys what was probably my biggest splurge this month, which I'm really, really excited to have. So this is a book that I've had my eye on for several months, and then what happened was I went to the King of Scars event for Leigh Bardugo, which I didn't haul last time. Okay, I need to get that too. Hold on one second. Okay, so I guess before I show you this, we'll just put these together because they make sense. I had forgotten because I got this at the very end of January, so I didn't show up in my last book haul, but I picked up King of Scars by Leigh Bardugo and I got it signed and it's beautiful. Especially the naked book is gorgeous. There it is, guys, in all its glory. This is stunning. I really enjoyed that. Actually, if you haven't seen it, I vlogged the entire event. If you guys want to go check it out, Leigh Bardugo was wonderful. I got it signed. Yay, it's so exciting. Anyway, so I have this. This was like a pre-order that I picked up at the end of January. And in that vein, while I was at that event, I saw in person this book that I had been eyeing for quite a while. And then I saw that there was artwork in it, and that sold me, so I picked it up on Book Depository. Yes, this is the collector's edition of Six of Crows. It's so pretty. Yeah, I had been admiring this on Instagram for quite a while, but I wasn't sure I wanted to splurge on it. It was a little bit on sale on Book Depository, and I just was like, I need this in my collection. So this is gorgeous. All of it is gorgeous. On the back it says no mourners, no funerals. It has red sprayed edges. It's got red maps inside. And then this is the thing that sold me on purchasing this book. There's art. Yep. Let's just appreciate the beautiful character art that's in here. It is absolutely stunning. I had never seen anyone show this before, so I didn't know this was in here. And when I saw it, I was like, yep, that needs to be in my collection. So no regrets. I'm very, very happy to have that. So I've got 2 books from Leigh Bardugo this month. I also picked up 2 other like romance related things. Last year I had read a book that Mara gifted to me from Courtney Milan, who's an indie romance author, and I really enjoyed it, so I've been wanting to pick up more from her. I needed okay, so I needed to buy floss for my kids on Amazon. And because the stores haven't been stocking the kids' floss, it's a whole thing. But it's an add-on item, and if you guys don't know, add-on items, you only get free shipping, and you can only buy them if you spend more than $25. And I was like, well, you know, I could just like throw a couple books on top of like 5 bags of kids' floss to hit the $25 mark. So that's where these came from. That now we're set for floss for a while, but nobody's been carrying it. I don't know why. Anyway, point being, I picked up 2 little novellas by Courtney Milan. They're kind of an odd size, but it's cool. And these are both in the Brothers Sinister series, which is what I had read, I think, book 1 of, The Duchess War which Mara had sent to me, and I really liked it. So this is The Governess Affair and Talk Sweetly to Me, and they both sound great, and eventually I'll probably collect more books in this series. I recently also had the opportunity to go visit the offices of Abrams Books. They're like a mid-sized publisher, and I have a family friend who works there, and so I went and met up with her and met some people, and I had a really great time. And the lovely people over at Abrams sent me home with a bag full of books and ARCs. So thank you so much to them. They gave me a few books for my kids, which I don't know where they are. They've been read and loved. They're around the house somewhere, but they also gave me some other really exciting stuff. While I was there, I got 2 ARCs and 3 finished books, which thank you so much. I'm really happy to have all of these. They look amazing. So first I'm going to show you guys the ARCs. One of these should be showing up in my March TBR. This is The Raven's Tale by Kat Winters. This one's coming out in April, and it sounds really awesome. Plus I just loved the cover. I think the cover is beautiful. This is a reimagining of Edgar Allan Poe's life in a YA novel, so it's like a teenage Edgar Allan Poe and the person who inspired The Raven. So yes. I'm very excited about this. Everything about it sounds amazing. That should be fun. And then I also have an ARC of a book that's coming out in May. This is a sequel to a book that I read last year and really enjoyed a lot. I thought it was super fun. This is Bookish Boyfriends, The Boy Next Story by Tiffany Schmidt. So Bookish Boyfriends came out last year. It's like a romantic comedy with a YA protagonist that I just thought was really cute and funny. It's perfect for people who love books. In her English class, some of the romantic stories that they were studying started popping up in things that were happening in her real life, and it was just very fun and light and entertaining and funny. And so this, I think, is a companion novel to that. I'm really excited to pick it up. Again, it should be showing up on my TBR in the next couple of months. This one pulls from Little Women and The Great Gatsby. I think the last one included Romeo and Juliet and a couple of other things, but yeah, I'm really excited to see what she does with this. I think it'll be super fun. And this one is coming out in May. And I also have some finished things. One of these is a middle grade book that I've heard great things about, and I'm actually planning on reading this in March as part of Middle Grade March. It's one of the group books that Krista from Books and Jams is reading, so again, this is one I will be reading soon. This is called Sweep, The Story of a Girl and Her Monster by Jonathan Auxier. I think that's how you say his name. And the cover is really pretty, and I've just heard really great things about this. Also, look how pretty, guys. It's got this like cute map. This is beautiful purple book underneath. This is supposed to be really just beautiful and touching. It's about an orphan girl and her monster who's her friend, and I don't know much else than that. I don't want to know much else. I'm just really excited to get to this soon. They also gave me a finished copy of a book that I didn't even know was a thing, and I'm really excited about it. This is a graphic novel of Kindred by Octavia Butler, and it looks stunning, guys. The artwork is so great. I actually own Kindred. I have not yet read it, but I've been meaning to soon, and so this is perfect, so I can read the book and then read the graphic novel. And yeah, apparently they're going to be putting quite a few of her books into graphic novel format, which I think is pretty amazing and potentially a cool way of drawing new people into her literature. I know that she is a really big deal in the sci-fi community, and yeah, so thank you. Very excited about this. And the final book from Abrams is a graphic memoir that looks wonderful. This is called The Best We Could Do by Thi Bui, I think. And this actually won the American Book Award and was a bestseller, and it looks stunning. I'm really excited about this. This sounds very much up my alley. She actually did all the illustrations herself. This is a graphic memoir about a woman who was born in Vietnam right before the end of the Vietnam War, and as a young child escaped to America with her parents as political refugees, and kind of about the experience of that and growing up. I'm really excited to pick this up. This reminds me a little bit of Persepolis, which is another graphic memoir that I read and really loved, so I suspect I'm going to be a fan of this. So thank you so much to Abrams. I'm really happy to have all of these. They're just like fantastic. I so appreciate it. I also have a lovely tote bag somewhere, but yeah, really happy to have those. I have a copy of a book that I picked up. Do I already own several copies of this book? Yes, I do, but I don't own it in this edition, and it was only 99 cents at Goodwill. So I have another copy of The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. This is one of my all-time favorite books. I have the signed hardcover special edition. I have the mass market paperback. I may actually have two of them because I accidentally bought two, but they were like 50 cents each, so it's fine. And then I think I have, do I have another one? I don't know. I'm not, I think that might be it. So that's not so bad. I'll probably get more editions eventually. But this is the nice big trade paperback. This is perfect for reading, and this is the kind of book that I want to reread, and then I could maybe tab it up next time. Yeah, so it was 99 cents. I'm not sad I bought it. It's great. I also have a couple of books that I bought because I had unhauled some books in my local bookstore and had some store credit that I could use, and so I'm going to show you the books I got with my store credit. The first one is actually an early copy of a book that is coming out really soon. This was on my most anticipated books list for the year, and I will be buddy reading this with Katrina from the Fabulous Book Fiend the first week in March, so I'm really excited about this. It is Four Dead Queens by Astrid Schuldt. This is actually her debut novel. She's an author from, I want to say Australia or New Zealand. I think Australia. Where is she from? It does not say. I don't know, but she definitely is from Australia or New Zealand, and this sounds awesome. It's a new YA fantasy novel with lots of political intrigue and death and queens, and I'm very excited for it. With that store credit, I also got another Penguin cloth-bound classic. Thanks, Mara, for hooking me into this. These are just so beautiful, you guys. So I think this is my fifth that I own. This is Lady Chatterley's Lover by D.H. Lawrence, and it's so pretty. I just love these editions of books, and I have always been interested to read Lady Chatterley's Lover. I keep an eye out for half-price copies of the Penguin cloth-bound classics, and this one was half price. I think it was like $10, and I had store credit, so I bought it that way, and it is very pretty. I'm very happy to be adding this to my collection, which is slowly growing. And then the final book that I picked up at the Strand with store credit was The Echo Room by Parker Peavyhouse. This came out last year, and I don't remember who, but I know somebody reviewed it and it sounded really interesting. It's a sci-fi mystery thriller, YA, from Tor, who I generally love, and I found it for $2. So yes, very excited about this. Let me know if you guys have read this. It sounds interesting. So it's about this kid who had gone to a boarding school, and then he wakes up somewhere with no memory of how he got there, and then things unravel from there. So I'm excited to check this one out. I also went to a couple of signings in February, which was really exciting. The first one is Ransacker by Emmy Laybourne. This is the sequel to Berserker, which I think is a really underhyped book. It's so good. This is the second book, and I have it signed. She's just lovely. I really like her a lot. So Berserker is like a violent Little House on the Prairie meets Norse mythology, and it's awesome. It sounds weird, but it works so well, and I loved it. This is the sequel. It picks up a few years after the end of Berserker and follows the younger sister of the main character in that book. I'm really excited to read it, so I'll be reading this hopefully soon, and I just really like Emmy Laybourne. She's lovely. And the other book that I got at a signing is a book that I had an arc of and reviewed and have a full review of, so I will link it up above if you guys want to go and check that out. This is Black Leopard Red Wolf by Marlon James. Yes, one of the most talked about books this year, and deservedly so. This is the sort of book that the more I sit on it, the more I think I want to revisit it at some point. It really sticks with you, and I do think it's brilliantly written, even if it's not going to be the book for everyone, because there's a lot of really heavy content in here, but it is a beautiful, beautiful book. It is signed. It's my little stickies where they put your name. With Love and Magic from Marlon James. He was super cool. And then the cool thing about the finished copy that I did not have in the ARC, which I am also keeping because I got a beautiful special slipcover copy, is that each section has a map that Marlon James actually drew himself. And it's pretty impressive. Apparently he was like an illustrator and graphic designer before he was an author. Who knew? So yeah, there's a bunch of really cool maps in this. So it is really beautiful. I'm very happy to have this. Okay, then, guys, I'm really, really excited because I I don't know if you know this, but I rarely request arcs. I guess that's not true. I do, like, I sign up for Bookstagram. I sign up for Instagram tours for stuff with Harlequin, but in terms of other arcs of things that I have, I almost never request stuff. But this month I have 2 arcs that I requested and got, and I'm so excited that I got approved for these because I wasn't sure if I would, so let me just show you. They're 2 of my most anticipated books for the year, you guys, so I'm very, very happy about this. First up, I have The Princess and the Fangirl by Ashley Poston. Thank you, Quirk Books. I'm so excited to have this. This is coming out in April, and it is a companion novel to Geekerella, which I absolutely loved. It was a loose Cinderella retelling, but with a geeky girl who's into cosplay and conventions, and I was all about it. So like I said, this is a companion novel, and this one seems really fun because it involves switched identities with like a celebrity and a normal person, which is just a really fun trope that I'm super into. So I like Ashley Poston's writing. I loved Geekerella. I'm really, really excited to pick this up soon. And then the other one, guys, I'm so excited. I've already actually pre-ordered a box with this book because this is an auto-buy author for me. But yes, I have an arc of Kingsbane by Legrand. That's right! This is the sequel to Furyborn, which I loved. It was one of my favorite books last year, and I'm so excited to continue. It's like a very feminist, epic, I would say new adult fantasy series, and I just love it. I love everything that Legrand writes. I know that not everyone loved Furyborn, but I really did, and I cannot wait to read this. This one goes on sale May 21st, and I have an arc. Yes! Alright, then I have just a few more things to show you. I know I told you it was a big haul. I have 2 books that I received as a gift from one of my friends, Amara Luciano. So I will probably talk more about this somewhere in another video, but I have this year been starting a freelance business, and as part of that, one of my first clients is a small little company started by Amara and her sister. Amara is an indie author. She writes wonderful indie stuff. I read her stuff before I ever started working with her and really have enjoyed it. So I'm excited. I'm going to be doing some of their publicity. And so for our first meeting, she brought me a lovely little gift with 2 books that I'm going to share with you. So this shows that she follows my content and knows what I'm into, guys, because she got me Tempest by Beverly Jenkins. I have been loving Beverly Jenkins. I did not own this. I really wanted it. This one is in her Old West series, which I've read another book from in January and really enjoyed it. And this one involves a mail-order bride, and she writes fantastic historical fiction that's heavy on the history. I'm a fan, so thank you. And then she also got me a paperback copy of Godsgrave by J. Kristoff. And I have been loving this series. And I have a hardcover, but I did not have a paperback, so now I have a reading copy. Thank you, Amara. I very much appreciate it. Okay, 2 books left to show you that I picked up. The first one is The Last Life of Prince Alastor, another one on my most anticipated books list. This might have been one of the only middle grade books that was on that list. It is the sequel to Prosper Redding by Alex Bracken, which came out a year and a half ago, I guess, and I really loved it a lot. And this is, I think, the end of the duology. It's also just such a pretty book, guys. Let's just appreciate these end papers are so cute. Sometimes middle grade books have the best end papers. So yay, I have that. I need to pick it up and actually read it. I also have an art copy of it, but yes, I have a finished copy. We'll be keeping these for my children in a few years. They're really fun. And the last book that I have to share with you guys today is another of my most anticipated reads. Again, I have this a little bit early, but I'm so excited to read this and hopefully pick it up really soon. This is The Everlasting Rose by Danielle Clayton. It is book 2 in the Bells series. I loved the Bells. I love what she's doing with it, and these books are gorgeous. They're the most gorgeous thing. The first one was like pink and white, and this one is navy blue and white. And like, look at the book. It's so pretty. Anyways, I'm really excited to see where she takes the rest of the series, and I anticipate picking this up very soon. So there you go. Those are all of the books in my February book haul. A lot of stuff I'm really, really excited to have. I am so grateful and so privileged to have a lot of things be sent to me at this point from publishers and authors, and yeah, I so appreciate it. I'm really excited to pick a lot of these things up and let you guys know what I think. And like some of my most anticipated books, guys, it's very, very exciting. So yeah, talk to me in the comments down below. Let me know any of your thoughts on these. Let me know if you want to buddy read any of these with me. I really enjoy working some buddy reads into what I'm doing. And question of the day, what is one of your most anticipated book releases for the next few months? I would be interested to hear. Again, talk to me in the comments down below. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.